Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing another blind buy perfume haul. A couple of these were sent to me complimentary, the rest of them I purchased myself, but I have not tried any of these fragrances, not even a tiny sniff. So today we will be unboxing everything together and I will be sharing my true first impressions. The last time I attempted this video, it was actually way more successful than I even thought it would be. I did end up returning the Sicily Isia La Nuit, just the one. I really liked it. It was nice, but it didn't blow me away, and I just knew it wasn't a perfume that I would ever get a lot of use out of. Everything else I really liked, and I was very happy to add it to my collection. So I cannot wait to dive right into round two, and some of these perfumes are brand new. I'm going to begin with a new launch from Gucci. This just arrived a couple hours ago. I purchased mine from Sephora. I had a little Sephora note, so it took $40 off, and I went with the 1.6 fluid ounce bottle, which retails for $108. You can also pick up a 1 ounce bottle for $80, or it does come in a larger size, a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle for $138, and they actually already have a travel spray for $34 in case you're interested. Those are the sizes. So this is the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia Eau de Parfum. Previously, they only had the Eau de Toilette, and I know I mentioned this fragrance as one of the most disappointing fragrances last year, the one that came in the purple bottle. I received a little travel spray of the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. I want to say it must have been maybe earlier in the year or the year before. It was not the limited edition bottle, but I remember really liking it. And then when I tried the Gorgeous Gardenia that came in the limited edition bottle last year, I didn't really love it. I don't know if maybe I just got a full spray on my arm. When I tried it in store, I just wasn't really a huge fan. I thought it smelled a bit candy sweet, a little bit artificial. I don't know, there was just something about it that I just thought, no, this is not right. This is not what I remember smelling. Based on what I read, it's not just a new interpretation. They did tweak the formula a little bit. So this is a new fragrance entirely. And I happen to love gardenia, so I had to give it a go. Okay, so I pulled up the information on the Sephora page. This is a fruity floral. It falls into the floral category with keynotes of pear, white gardenia, and brown sugar, which really piqued my interest. It says this is a delicious potion of joy built around the gardenia flower blended with solar jasmine, cheerful pear blossom, sweet brown sugar accord. It's a signature floral scent for all free-spirited women full of positive energy. I also love that they included the details on the back. You have the notes there. It says bouquet, white gardenia, jasmine, and pear blossom. Obviously not the most important detail, but I do love this exterior packaging. The cardboard box that it comes in is really beautiful. I love this floral design. The floral motif I think is gorgeous, and the bottle itself I think is stunning. Of course, I already know that some people do not like it. Some people were saying they thought it looked really cheap. I think this is gorgeous. It is so on point with the new kind of trendy Gucci aesthetic, and it reminds me a lot of, I think it's the Alchemist in the Garden series, their elevated perfume collection. This bottle looks like it belongs in that collection, and I think those bottles are incredibly beautiful. They look almost like design pieces or something that you would want to display. They're so gorgeous. I don't mind the design at all. I think the shade of pink is beautiful. This cap reminds me of the Gucci mascara, which I love. So there's kind of a tie-in back to makeup and beauty. It all sort of looks beautiful together. I think this is amazing. It is definitely a revamp on the traditional Gucci perfume packaging. This is an upgrade in my opinion. Here we go, first spray. I'm excited. I didn't watch any reviews, haven't read any reviews. I did read the notes, but that's it. When I saw brown sugar, ooh, fine mister. When I read gardenia and brown sugar, that's really what made me interested. It smells really nice. I really like it. It's very pretty. And I definitely pick up on the brown sugar immediately. And the gardenia does give it a hint of creaminess. I really want to compare this with the original. Let me try to find my Eau de Toilette. I'm curious. It reminds me of something, and I can't put my finger on it. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what, but it smells like something that I've smelled before. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just trying to think what it is. Okay, so I pulled out my eau de toilette. Unfortunately, it comes in a roller ball. It's not a travel spray. I don't really want to roll this on my skin because we have so many other fragrances to try. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to try to roll it on a blotter card. Let me see. Ooh, yeah, that worked. They are definitely different. The eau de toilette is a little bit more fresh, a little bit more green, definitely lighter, but you don't get that warmth that you get with this new Parfum version. I think if you like creamy fragrances, if you like sweet, vanilla, kind of gourmand perfumes, you'll probably really like this new version. I have 6 fragrances to test out today, so part of me doesn't want to spray it on my skin, but I also know that this could be one that I sit on the fence about, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my hand. That way we can revisit later on, let it dry down for a bit. Next up, I'm going to unbox Dear Polly Eau de Parfum. This is from Villam Parfumerie, and this was sent to me complimentary from Twisted Lily Fragrance Boutique. Many of you, I'm sure, already know, but I do have an ongoing partnership with them, so if you ever want to shop for fragrances, if you use the code Erin10 at checkout, it will save you 10% off your order. I love partnering with them because, of course, they carry incredible niche fragrances, really hard to find exclusive perfumes, but also it allows me to extend an ongoing coupon code for you guys, which I think is really nice. So I am incredibly grateful for their ongoing partnership. And I was first introduced to this brand from Twisted Lily Fragrance Boutique. They had sent over Do Not Disturb, and I love it. Just an incredible, intoxicating fragrance. It's a fun party perfume, unlike anything else in my fragrance collection, so that really turned me on to this brand. And I've been reading so many reviews, going through all of them, because I wanted to find more from the brand. And you guys have sent over a lot of your recommendations as well. It sounds like Dear Polly is one of the most popular, which is why I requested to review this fragrance, so they sent it over. Keynotes include bergamot, apple, black tea, oak moss, musk, and black amber, which sounds so enticing. I can't even imagine what this fragrance is going to smell like. But as I was reading through people's opinions and comments on the Fragrantica website, it is like a black hole. Do not recommend to do that if you're interested in a fragrance, because you will hear so many people who love it and so many people who dislike it and just every opinion in between. But this was one of the fragrances that I've looked up that was almost 100% positive. People seem to really love Dear Polly. So let's give it a go. Oh, wow. It's very interesting. I like it, but it's so unique. I already know this is something that I have to try on my skin. I definitely get a lot of the tea, which is nice. Not overly sweet. I almost feel like I'm smelling something woody. I don't know how. Let's see. I'm going to spray this one on my arm. In one of the descriptions it said tea time for 2 or tea for 2, something like that. And I absolutely understand what they mean now, because it really does smell a lot like the tea. It's very pretty, but I don't even know what the occasion is with this fragrance. Like, I'm not sure what category I would put it in. In a couple of the reviews I was reading online, people were comparing it to Baccarat Rouge 540. And I definitely do not get so much as a hint of that whenever I smell this. So maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit thrown. I was expecting maybe something similar, and it's not at all. And I'm glad, because I don't need another dupe of Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't care about finding dupes. I feel like I have the original. I'm happy with it. I love it. I'm looking for something else that is going to be unique. Not sweet, not floral, not overly feminine, although I wouldn't say it's masculine either. But I definitely pick up on a lot of the tea. And then there's a hint of something else. I don't know, I'm going to continue to let it dry down because I feel like this is just going to keep developing and changing. Switching gears now, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this third fragrance. This one was also sent to me from Ellis Brooklyn. I was introduced to them through Sephora Squad. This one is Sweet, the Eau de Parfum. They also sent over Bee a couple months ago. Time is a blur. I think it's only been a couple months. There was something about it that I just couldn't quite put my finger on. Like, the notes were perfect. I should have loved it, but there was something about it that just held me back from really loving the perfume. Now, this one seems to have really great reviews, so I'm excited. This is also a clean at Sephora fragrance brand. Sweet is a warm and spicy sweet gourmand fragrance with keynotes of pear, orris, and marshmallow, described as an addictive blend of juicy pear, cozy ambrette, and playful marshmallow with a dash of luxe orris. It's a simple moment captured in time. Sweet is the joyful essence of living for the present. The soothing yellow hue of the bottle is a nod to the unjaded beauty of spring's first daffodils. That's interesting that it's inspired by spring because when I read those notes, it kind of makes me think of fall. Maybe it's just the marshmallow. When I think of a marshmallow, I immediately think of s'mores. That's probably my fault, but I'm excited. The description sounds really delicious, so let's give it a go. Sometimes it takes a minute to get the bottle going. It's nice, it's soft. Either it's really soft or my nose is broken. Ooh, but it's good. It is definitely sweet. But it's not too sweet. And definitely pick up on the marshmallow, but it's not a burnt marshmallow. This is not a s'more marshmallow. So I do think it is kind of nice for spring, summer. Could maybe be fall daytime, but definitely not just a fall winter gourmand. I'm thrown by how much I love it. I almost wish this was a candle or a hair mist or it came with a body lotion. Like, I need to research and see what other fragrances, just because I don't know if this perfume is maybe as bold as I would want it to be. But I think it smells really nice. I could definitely see myself wearing it, and I could also immediately see myself layering this with other perfumes. I think I need to test it on the skin, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my hand. I have some blank space. My first impression of Sweet is so much better than Bee, which makes me really happy. I don't know a ton about the brand, but I know they have a wide variety of fragrances, and they seem to get really great reviews. If you know of any other fragrances from Ellis Brooklyn that you really love, comment down below. Let me know what I should check out. So far, I've only tried the 2. Next up, I have 3 fragrances here from Rochas Parfums. These were very generously gifted to me. I was just blown away whenever I opened this box. I am so excited. So this one is the Harrods exclusive. All it says is Harrods the exclusive collection. I'm not sure if that is the name of the fragrance, so we'll see. I think I have to just open the box. And then they also sent over, this is Enigma Parfum, Essence de Parfum, and Scandal Parfum, Essence de Parfum. I believe this is part of the same collection as 51 and Reckless. The purple bottles, the really beautiful purple bottles. Ooh, that launched this spring. Oh gosh, it almost fell. Let me make a little room before we have a fragrance disaster. Get myself situated. Ooh. First, I'm going to unbox the Harrods exclusive collection fragrance, Perfume. I think this is probably really special. And I don't know anything about this. I haven't looked up the notes yet. I haven't read any reviews. Let's see. Ooh, look how pretty. Wow. Oh, that is so pretty. I love the bottle. I think the Roja packaging is probably my favorite out of every luxury fragrance house. It's so over the top and yet it doesn't look too much. Even with the little rhinestones, and I love the green color. Years ago, I did have the amazing opportunity to visit Harrods. I went to England on a trip with my husband. I don't even remember. I think it was maybe 2014, maybe 2015. It's been a really long time. That was the last time I've been over. My husband has been back, but of course, with everything going on now with COVID, travel is a bit funny. But as soon as things open up and it's safe, we do want to plan a trip to go back and, of course, visit his family. And for me, definitely visit Harrods because it was such an amazing experience. I remember walking in, even just the outside, I was blown away. But then walking in and seeing all of the different little departments and of course the beauty department and the fashion. I don't even think I did a lot of shopping. We just kind of walked around. We went to all of the different levels, just walking around and kind of enjoying ourselves. And then we did have lunch at one of the cafes and it was so much fun. But what an incredible experience. So this is very special. I just pulled up the information about the fragrance. It says it was launched in 2019. So it's not brand new, but it's still relatively new. Top notes are bergamot and anise. Middle notes are rose de may, palmarosa, magnolia, tuberose, violet, cherry, orange blossom, neroli, ylang-ylang. Base notes are benzoin, vanilla, cashmere wood, oud, pink pepper, ambergris, sandalwood, cedar, leather, musk, and labdanum. Wow. I always love reading the notes on the Rochas Parfums because they just list everything. They list so many notes. I haven't tried that many of them, but so far I have loved every Rochas fragrance I've ever tried. So let's see if we can keep the streak alive. Very interesting. It's sort of invigorating. Yeah, it's very lively compared to the other fragrances. Wow. Kind of captures that really expensive luxury department store fragrance smell. It's very pretty and it's very different from the other fragrances from the brand that I've tried. So I am going to spray that on this arm. Let that dry down a little bit. I really like it, but there's not one note or quality that's really standing out to me at the moment, so it's making it a little bit difficult to describe. I think I just need to let it dry down. Next, I'm going to unbox Scandal. This is the Essence de Parfum. These bottles might have less bling, but they are still absolutely incredible. I love these purple bottles. And if you've watched a lot of my fragrance videos, you've definitely heard me rave about 51 Essence, which has become my favorite new discovery, I would say, of 2021. Definitely my favorite fragrance for summer. I will absolutely continue wearing it through fall, probably winter. It's just the best fragrance right now. It speaks to my soul. I love 51, which came out as part of this same collection of fragrances. I also have Reckless, which is really beautiful. It's kind of addictive, has this candy sweetness. It's really good. But 51, oh, it just melts my soul. As soon as I spray it, it just makes me think of a tropical vacation, and I can't get enough of it. So Scandal was also launched in 2021. I believe they came out in maybe February or March of this year. The top note is bergamot. Middle notes are gardenia, jasmine, freesia, tuberose, orange blossom, lily of the valley, and may rose. Base notes are orris, sandalwood, and musk. Unfortunately, I've run out of room on my arms and my hands, so I think I'll probably only be able to smell this on the blotter card, which is unfortunate because it's not really going to give us a true, accurate depiction of what the scent would be like. Oh, that's pretty. I definitely pick up on the tuberose and the gardenia. It doesn't really smell scandalous. It smells like a really soft white floral. I definitely like it. I know right away that I don't love it in the same capacity as 51, which isn't really saying much because to me that fragrance just blows all of the rest out of the water. I think I might prefer Reckless to Scandal as well, but I'll really just need to try this on clean skin with nothing else, not spraying a ton of fragrances beforehand to truly judge. But I do really like it. It just smells like a really pretty white floral perfume. Not nearly as sweet and brown sugary as Gorgeous Gardenia. The Gorgeous Gardenia is more like a sweet, candied floral. This is more of a fresh bouquet floral. But definitely clean, very elegant. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and unbox Enigma. This is from the same collection, I believe. Enigma also has a top note of bergamot. The middle notes are peach, May rose, geranium, neroli, ylang-ylang, heliotrope, and jasmine. Base notes are musk, vanilla, patchouli, ambergris, sandalwood, and orris. I've tried a sample of Danger and Creation E. Those are the only other two fragrances from this collection that I've tried. But I haven't heard anything about Enigma. I haven't smelled this one yet. So let's see. First spray. Oh, that's really good. Yum. I really like this. I think we might have a favorite. Oh, it just smells yummy. This smells so good. I feel like my mouth is watering. I'm so tempted to just spray this all over the place. It's truly unfair that I have to base this first impression just off of the blotter card, but I love it. I still think I prefer 51, but I can't be sure until I test it out on my skin. Between Enigma and Scandal, I'm definitely partial to Enigma. This is a huge standout for me. It's time now for what I would consider to be the grand finale of today's video, this little surprise back here, which I did tease on Instagram stories yesterday, so if you follow me on Instagram, this is not going to be a surprise. I just purchased this today from Saks Fifth Avenue. I called yesterday to make sure they had it in stock. They're always so kind. She included a bunch of samples. Let's see. She included a little sample of Lucky. This is from the Privé collection. Jasmine des Anges. I feel like I have tried this before. Le Collet Noir. This is one of my favorites. I'm so happy she included this one. I've only ever smelled it at the boutique. I've never tried it on the skin. Ooh, I think this could be one of my next Dior fragrance purchases. And then the last one is Holy Peony, which is really nice. It's pleasant. It's like a fresh floral, really pretty. Since I showed you the Dior samples, you can probably guess it is a Dior fragrance. It is the new Vanilla Diorama. I didn't even try it. She asked me, would you like to try it? And I said no, because I wanted to make sure it was a true blind buy purchase. A bit risky, but since it's Saks and I just went to the store to purchase instead of ordering blind from the Dior website, I know that if something happens, I can always exchange it. So I did feel like it was pretty safe. I did read a couple reviews, not a lot, but from what I understand, this is sort of similar to a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. It's more of a warm fall-winter vanilla fragrance, not a fresh summery vanilla. So I had that in mind, and I think that's important to kind of set expectations. This is officially my third Dior Privé fragrance purchase. I started with Amber Nuit, then Belle de Jour, and now Vanilla Diorama. There are a couple others that are on my wish list, and I'm sort of slowly but surely building up my collection, but I pulled up the information so we can read a little bit about it. So, of course, it launched in 2021, just became available. It has top notes of orange, pink pepper, and lemon. Middle notes are cacao, rum, and cardamom. Base notes are bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. They only had 2 sizes there. They have this larger size, which is, I think, a 4.2. Yes, it's a 4.2, and then they have an 8.4 fluid ounce, so that was obviously not going to be the blind buy. I don't think I love any of their fragrances that much that I would invest in an 8-ounce bottle. It's pretty big. Online, they do have a 1 ounce for $125 on the Dior website, but it was temporarily unavailable, so I figured I would just go to store. Actually, I think it's a 1.35 fluid ounce, something like that. A smaller size than this. Moment of truth. I'm finally going to spritz. No more talking. Let's get down to business. There's something that's a little bit almost medicinal. I've heard that it described as boozy. I wouldn't say boozy, I would definitely say medicinal, which I don't really love. But I do like the vanilla. I think it's very woody. I would say it's more woody than it is vanilla. I need to refer back to this description here. Orange, pink pepper, lemon, definitely do not pick that up. Cacao, rum, and cardamom, yep. Bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. So it's not really a true vanilla, it's a bourbon vanilla. Do I like it? I want to like it so much. I don't know if I do. Of course I have to try it on the skin, but first impression is not really for me. This to me leans a bit unisex, maybe a bit masculine. Really not an overly sweet vanilla, not an overly feminine fragrance. It's almost missing something. I could feel like it's missing the vanilla. I don't know about this one, guys. Ooh. It's not bad, and I like it, but I'm not sure I'm blown away by it. I don't think it's really something that I love. And whenever it comes to these elevated price points, like these exclusive lines, the Privé line, you want to be blown away. You want to really love the perfume. It's okay. And I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I really feel like I've sprayed so many different fragrances. I need to try it on my skin, let it dry down, and then revisit. But right now, as a first impression, I think it's nice. I think it's a little bit disappointing because it's sort of simple. It just smells woody and bourbony with a hint of vanilla. It's maybe a less sweet, less vanilla version of a Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. It's not something I would really choose for myself, and I think if I were to wear this perfume, I would really want to layer it with something else. That's fine. I think layering fragrances is fun. You get to customize and create your own unique scent. But for an expensive fragrance, this bottle retails for $250. At this level, you really shouldn't have to layer it with anything else. It should be perfect as it is. If you want to layer, go for it. But alone, it should be amazing. I don't know if I feel that way about it. I would definitely agree that it leans more fall-winter. It's a bit warm and cozy. But that's not it. That's not what's holding me back. I think it could be that bourbon note. It's a little bit off-putting. It's too much. It's too harsh. Kind of ruins the perfume. And I don't think that will subside. I don't know if that will dry down or if that will sort of fade over time. I think actually it's the rum note that is bothering me. because it really does smell almost like a shot of rum. It's so intense. I almost feel like I'm leaving you on red, leaving it up in the air. Not my favorite fragrance that I tried today. Definitely not my favorite out of the Privé line, not my favorite Dior. And I'm not sure I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to do one final check-in. I know I didn't get to spray all of them on my skin. Again, I will continue to update you guys, but I really like the Sweet from Ellis Brooklyn. Simple, clean, marshmallow. If you really just like sweet perfumes, really lovely. I wouldn't say it's warm and cozy. It's not really a fall, winter gourmand. Kind of a summer gourmand. Could also be daytime as well. I really wouldn't say this is a date night fragrance. Just light and sweet. The Gorgeous Gardenia is very pretty. It's nice. I'm not disappointed by it. I am glad I picked it up. I do think there's something a bit generic about it. It's not really a standout perfume. I think I was blinded by the bottle. I wanted to love it more than I actually do. And I could see between the two, Sweet and the Gorgeous Gardenia, I could see this one giving me a headache a little bit more than the Sweet, which is kind of surprising. Dear Polly is really special. It's not a fragrance I would typically be drawn to, I don't think, which I do like. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit earthy, but I pick up on the tea. That is really the one note that stands out the most above the rest. The Harrods exclusive is beautiful. I still think I prefer Enigma, and I also really liked Scandal. Beautiful floral fragrance. And then the Vanilla Diorama, I'm going to have to just keep smelling and try again tomorrow. That's it for today. We unboxed, we sniffed, we made a mess on the floor, so now it's time for me to clean up all of these boxes. I think what I learned this time around is that I think I had 7 total, is way too many fragrances to try at one time. I think 4 or 5 is probably the max. So going forward, if I do any more blind buy first impressions videos, I'll probably limit myself to 4 or 5. That way I can give you a better in-depth description of how they actually smell. I was ambitious and I pushed my nose to the max, and now I just really can't smell much of anything. I would still say that this video was very successful. None of these fragrances were terrible. I think most of them were really good. I don't know if there were any huge standouts. I would say Enigma is probably the one that really stood out to me as being incredible. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked hearing my thoughts on these new perfumes. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I love your fragrance recommendations more than any other recommendations you guys like to give. So if there's any new fragrance that you're really interested in, anything that you'd like me to test, or anything that you are just loving, share down in the comments. I love reading through them. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.